You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2nd and 9 now. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a... They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
But it's not... throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First down, San Francisco, to pick up 14 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And Matthews makes the grab.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good 22. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
15 yards on the play, first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Tight, watch, wait.
They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49er. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 9 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This is Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for. 3rd down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Down. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All day, every day.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Adrian to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give to Breida. He'll have a first down inside the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Coleman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. We saw there a nice pickup for a 1st down.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here? That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Niners, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.